Let me welcome you to the Smokebox. Windows up, couple in rotation. Hot boxed out about 3 or 4 faces.
Welcome to another edition of the BREALTV Smokebox. I'm Dr. Greenthumb, aka Be Real. I'm here with Madzilla up in here.
If she loves the attention that she get when she move, girl, show her now with our homegirls.
People were asking, because people, ask for guests in our comment boards, you know what I mean? Once an episode comes out, and a lot of people suggested you. You're because I think people consider you in the social network and the IG world and all that stuff as one of the top women that represents the marijuana culture. Like, you do a lot of modeling toward it and with products and just other stuff, right?
Yeah, I've kind of just, I've smoked weed since I was like 13. So when I got into the modeling industry, I was just like, I'm just going to be myself, basically. So I would just, put little things out here and there, me smoking, and it kind of just became part of my brand, like a big part of my brand, actually.
What was your first experience with it? Like, as far as a smoker goes?
Like my first experience smoking?
Yeah.
When I was like 13, it sucked actually, because I was in Arizona. I remember I was like, I had some friends that was just, a little bit older,
right,
smoking stuff, and they had made like a gravity bong. You know what that is? Like with the old school kind and the trash can. So I hit that thing 2 times, like crazy.
And you were devastated?
I was high for like 2 days straight. I threw up. It was bad.
So it wasn't a good experience?
No, it wasn't a good first experience. And then I tried a couple more times, and I was like, okay, it's cool. And like, I tested it out when I was younger. I liked it because I was so against any other drug. I was like, I'm never going to do drugs, blah, 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 because, just watching my mom grow up. But she was cool if I smoked weed. I found homemade bongs made out of Gatorade bottles,
And then you put 2 and 2 together.
I was just like, well, if you're going to smoke weed, Mom, I'm going to smoke weed. So
yeah,
that's kind of how it started. She was always cool.
Yeah, I think because people have opened up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Even parents, I think they have a different understanding than parents like 10, 20 years ago about the shit, Now you'll hear about more parents like, chiefing out with their kids as opposed to, don't do this and that.
Yeah, because they're more, right now it's like people have a lot of knowledge about weed, what I'm saying? It's like definitely better than cigarettes.
So when all the things happened in Denver and how things are here in California, because you're from Oregon, which is now legalized over there.
Yeah.
Did you see yourself getting into that whole culture in that way when you came down from Oregon over here to Los Angeles? Was it just about modeling, or did you decide to like jump into that particular culture in the first place and say, fuck traditional modeling, I'm gonna go this marijuana culture route?
See, like I was born in Oregon, and then I moved out here to like Southern California when I was really young, so I just barely got familiar with Oregon again. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope that weed's legal out there. Like, and I've been out there recently and like have some fans out there and stuff, so that's cool. But with the modeling, I didn't really put out that I like smoked too much when I first started.
Right.
Because I've been modeling for like 9 years now.
Right.
Since like MySpace, Facebook, all that, you
know?
All
that shit, yeah.
So Instagram was just the first platform where you could have all the unlimited followers, and and by that time I kind of made an Instagram as like a joke in the beginning. Like when it first came out, I didn't really take it serious.
Yeah.
Just like every other app.
Right. Because there's so many.
Yeah, and then I just started like making sure, like branding myself a certain way, and then of course I have the tattoos, so that's already an alternative look. And then I started, and then I did that music. The first music video I ever did was for French Inhale, it was Khalifa and Snoop.
Inhale. I like the way you French inhale.
That was like a big
too.
thing in
That's
LA
a big
for me,
deal,
to like
yeah.
kind of like set me off in LA as like the stoner, hot tatted stoner chick, I guess.
And that's when everybody started coming at you to like rep their brands and products and whatnot, right?
Yeah. I
get-
hit up to do a lot of weed related stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not a lot of females that can be like a big face for the weed industry right now.
Yeah, it's very few.
Yeah, I don't really know too many.
Yeah. But did that trip you out that they wanted you to represent their brand? I mean, because I know that because it's a new game, really.
Yeah, it is. It's been. I've learned a lot of shit about weed that I've been smoking since I was 13, and I've been smoking consistently for like 5-6 years.
Right.
So man, just this last year with just the last 2 years really with just branding myself more in the weed industry. It's crazy what you learn and the people you run into and the opportunities you get, and now it's becoming legal everywhere. So I don't mind branding myself with it. You know, I want to be a big face for weed for like the women and just anybody really, just like an influencer to show that weed's not bad.
Right. Are you selective of the brands that you decide to like partner up with?
I'm very selective. Like I say no probably to like 90% of things.
Does your manager go crazy on it? Or for the most part, do they agree with you? Do they like trust when you have that instinct?
I have like a management team, but for the most part, I basically manage myself.
Oh, right.
All the decisions really like are made by me, so I just have other people I respect their opinion, that like a management team.
Oh, right. So they advise you and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. But all the decisions are really based on me because it's my brand. I've been hit up to do, TV shows, like have my own line for this and that and other thing. And it's like, if it's not fit, it's all about timing too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything's all about timing. So if it's not fitting my brand at the moment, like I might just wait or just,
Right.
I think I'm very smart. So
now everybody,
I got it.
everybody's offering you opportunities because definitely you got stamped through the various videos and then the work that you put in, like through the modeling and stuff like that. So definitely you're in demand and stuff like that. So opportunities are coming left and right for other videos, for new brands of marijuana related products and clothing and shit like that. Does anybody ever come to you with music? Like, do you want to record an album or anything like that?
Like, I have a lot of friends in the music industry. Like DJs, rappers, whatever. I've just fucked around with it a little bit. Like, I want to DJ, obviously. Like, I bought turntables with like years ago just because I was like, I definitely want to travel and do music some way or another.
Right.
But, if I was ever going to do an album, I don't know. I don't think I would ever really say anything. It would be a secret.
Right. You keep it on the low.
Keep it on the low. There's some things you just
How about
can't.
DJing?
That's something like I definitely want to do for sure. I fuck around with it here and there. I'm just busy.
I'm sure that
I'm
sure that motherfuckers be like promoters call on and see if you can DJ, right?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like, do you do music? Do you DJ? Do you do this? Like, I'm like, no, I'll come turn up though.
Who are some of your favorite DJs or the shit you fuck with?
I fuck with a lot of my homies because I just look up to them, like Skrillex, 12 Planets, hella sick.
Always doing big shit,
yeah,
both of them.
Yeah, they're so dope. Like, I just like their style. Like, obviously Diplo.
Yeah.
Dope.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And shit, there's just fucking so many DJs. Like, there's just so many. I don't even know. Who do you like?
Oh shit.
I got many homies though. Like, people.
Same
like,
thing. I mean, those are my homies too, and those are some of my.
Shout out to
favorites
DJ Rocky Rock.
Shout out to all of them.
All of them. All the DJs.
Word up. And all right, so
the tastemakers.
Do you get into the concentrates too? Because I see you smoke in the backwoods.
Backwoods all day. I'm addicted.
What do you like about the backwoods? Before we get into that, what do you like about the backwoods?
Man, so I used to smoke Swishers back in the day, but I kind of got over that because they're really harsh and it's like all the chemical shit.
Right.
And then I started smoking raw papers. For a long time, I would only smoke joints. And then somebody got me hooked on backwoods.
Oops.
So, oops is right. I got hooked on backwoods. It took me like a month. Like the first few times I tried it, I really didn't like it. Just like everyone's first reaction to them, like, you know.
Right.
But after, it's just like the taste and like the way the weed hits in it and everything. Like,
it got you, huh?
I got addicted. Yeah.
Because it's a slow burn, and I think a lot of people like that shit about it.
Yeah.
That it's a very slow burn.
It is. It's slow burn. It tastes good.
So do you do dabs?
Yeah. I'm not at home really by myself, but you know, when I go to like the conventions or if I'm out somewhere and somebody wants to do a dab, like I'll be like, all right, let's do it. You know, I host the weed shops and shit. Do you dab on the regular?
Over here, yeah.
If it's good, like really good
yeah,
stuff,
it's only,
like,
you know, we only dab
just
the
like
good
weed.
shit.
I'm really picky, so it's like you don't know until you try it or you trust somebody that
This
you're
is
with
true.
that's gonna do it. You know.
Yeah, fortunately,
wax
you know.
is scary. I've hit some wax where I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, you gotta trust the people you get that shit from, and fortunately, you know, we have some good people with knowledge and the right resources. You know what I'm saying, to get the right shit always. You're doing a Vice special, right? You're in a Vice special.
Yeah. I shot a Vice special about maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. They flew me out to Denver, and it was basically just a documentary style type thing. They're doing like 7 episodes of like women who, you know, are like empowering women who smoke weed,
right,
who are still like doing big shit basically. So that was dope. You know, we went to some dispensaries. They followed me to like photo shoot, filmed that, interviewed me at my hotel, like took care of everything. It was dope. So that's about to drop. I think at the end of March, they said.
Nice.
Maybe the beginning of April. We'll see.
You guys gotta check for that.
Yeah, we gotta check that out.
Gotta check that shit out.
I think Vice is gonna have their own network on TV, if I'm not mistaken now.
Yeah.
They're working on that, so.
Yeah, right now they're on, I think, HBO, but they're working on their own network. That's gonna be crazy.
I think that is gonna be on that. So that's gonna be pretty big.
All right, last question in the box as always. What's your favorite flower you like to chief?
Ooh, my favorite strain. Man, that's hard. Madzilla OG.
Madzilla OG, there it is. Boom. Where could they get that?
It's in the works still, but
it's
it's still my favorite one to smoke on, you know?
Okay.
It's just not out yet.
Okay, you better check for that.
And jet fuel.
Jet fuel, boom, there it is. Where could they find you in case some of these people don't know?
Well, most people stole my name on everything, but it's Madzilla on Instagram, Killer Madzilla on YouTube. My website's Killer Madzilla. And that's it, basically.
There it is from the Smokebox. Madzilla up in here, you asked?
Yeah,
there she is. Word. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, fuck with Madzilla, you know what I'm saying?
Let me welcome you to the Smokebox. Windows up, couple in rotation. Hot boxed out about 3 or 4 faces.